I have a question.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's very random.
Okay.
Have you guys ever eaten your own cum?
Don't start. Well, Zach's not here.
Wait.
I'm not, and this isn't a gay dispute.
This is going to be the third podcast.
All right, yeah. You know what? We can't go on about it. I'll say this: I have tasted it. I have not eaten it.
You've tasted it.
Okay, but there's a difference.
Listen,
I wasn't just like gobbling a whole fucking cup.
Listen.
I just kind of like put my tongue.
Listen.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not talking. This isn't a gay dispute. This isn't if you're fucking gay or if you want to blow guys. This is just a legitimate.
Okay.
Have you
so just
ever
answer the question.
tried
Right.
it?
Corey,
Yes, I have
tried it?
I have tried. I have stuck. I have just barely dabbed my tongue.
He's dabbled in it.
Just a
Corey.
tiny
you
little.
drank it with a sippy
I
straw.
haven't.
No, I
have
Corey.
in my entire
You
life.
were blowing bubbles.
The only thing I've ever, of all the gross shit I've done, I've probably only tasted pre-cum.
Well, Corey, yeah,
Which is
what
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
I know
me
you
too
said,
now. You're gonna say me too.
No. Well, I've only said, you said that this isn't going to be a gay dispute.
No,
but
it's not a
Zach,
gay dispute.
It's not. But if Zach was here, he'd be like, it is because.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he would say.
Exactly. But I'm just trying to say why he's wrong. But anyway.
Oh my God! You just weaseled yourself into that dispute.
But anyway.
I'm just like,
I'm gonna keep that in just so everyone knows what a weasel you are. We're off that topic. Just answer the goddamn question.
All right. I pussied my way into that one. Okay. But okay, so the thing is, I jack off and I'm like, you're like, I'm gonna do it. And then the second you come, you're like, oh God, that's disgusting.
That's what,
dude, I'm the same way.
Exactly.
I do it, and I'm like, oh, because it feels good. Then you're like, where's the thing?
See, Mick,
clean myself up.
you know that whole.
But you almost want to, you won't do it.
Yeah, why do you
Mick,
want
I
to?
won't do it.
Why do people want to do that?
That entire dispute you had with Stamper and Zach, right? There's a point where you get so horny. Where you're like, I'm gonna do something horribly dirty. I'm gonna drink all my cum, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And you aim your dick up in your mat, right? But then you're like, no, I won't do that. I'll just come in my hand and then I'll eat it when I'm done. But then second you come, you hold it up and you're like, and you put it away.
Chris, I tried to aim and come into my mouth, but the farthest I got was the middle of my chest.
I think you literally dodged that bullet.
I was okay.
Because you were looking down
also,
oh, thank God.
Also,
I almost did it.
You have to train yourself. You have to train yourself.
Also, I was edging to try and have a little push behind my penis. So I was like, all right, I'm edging now, so I'm really building it up.
So you timed your thrust.
It's still just
honestly,
shot
I don't
up
think
to
any of
here.
you really tried, because the really easy way to do it is you get in a sit-up position with your legs on the bed and your back on the floor, and then what you do is you flex your ass a little bit, so it's basically there's no way you're gonna miss. In fact, you should close your eyes because you're probably gonna hit yourself in the face.
Wait, you get further range when you flex your ass?
No, I'm saying that if you're in a sit-up position and you've got your legs on top of the bed and you're flexing your ass, you're flexing your ass.
Because then it shoots higher up and then kind of.
No, it shoots down directly into your fucking face.
Well, my dick doesn't
Mick, I don't do that. I've never done that.
I'm just saying, if you were in,
this is what I do.
Honestly, trying to get it in your mouth, that's how you would do it.
I try to get comfortable because it's you kind of got to get into the mood, but I never go fucking a cannon.
You never jack off upside down?
I don't
None of you guys have ever jacked off upside down?
No.
Dude, you get blood rushing to your head. It's
I'm
almost
gonna try that. I'm gonna fucking try that.
Asphyxiation a little bit, but it's not as bad where you're choking yourself or something. But if you're jacking off with your head over the bed, if you've got your back to the bed and your head's kind of down, the blood rushes to your head.
And it feels better?
Well, you know what? I'm cutting all this.
I'm doing that when I get back, and then I'm gonna practice.
Everyone's gonna think I'm a fucking freak.
One time I was fucking a girl in her ass. I came in her ass.
In her butt?
She farted it out. She said, "This is comfortable."
Was it bubbly?
And then and then you ate it.
Yeah.
And you were like, "This is comfort food."
Generally, when you sneeze, do you also find yourself farting as well?
Well, that's because
I have.
Because when you sneeze, it contracts your bowels. Right under there.
But have you ever been afraid that you may actually
shit yourself?
Yeah.
If you have severe, sometimes when you're sick, you do kind of have the squirts going on.
That happened to me, dude.
Yeah, and then you're also sick, so you have sneeze and sniffles and all that. And so I think I may have like squirted a little shard.
I'm always terrified. Like when I'm sneezing and I'm always like, oh, I don't know how forceful it was.
Oh, cool. Oh, actually, I think Zach was saying that.
Yeah, it happened to me right on that couch.
Yeah, right where Corey's sitting, right?
Right where
Corey, you're sitting. Chris's shit.
No, it's where you're sitting.
No.
Yeah, you're sitting on my green.
You're wallowing in his green turds.
And I shat in my pants and I wallowed to the bathroom.
Wait, today?
No, it was,
fucking Chris
like
free-assing everywhere.
Waddled to free shitting.
Zach like spoon-fed me like gross sardines. He's like, tastes good.
Actually, the only time, I don't know if I said this before, but the only time I ever actually shit in my pants, like
full blown.
Yeah, like actually shit myself because
it was coming up the back.
I feel like there's situations in everyone's life that at some point in their life they're gonna shit themselves. Not when they're old, like old men who don't know like the time of day is, but like you're just gonna be something's gonna happen. You're in a situation where you can't help it and you're going to shit yourself. That happened to me when I went with my father to Aldi's.
Aldi's, yeah.
I needed to go to the bathroom really bad.
Yeah.
And when I went there, I sort of had the idea that there would be a bathroom there because it's fucking Aldi's.
Right.
There wasn't a bathroom there. So I was there and I'm like, I'm going to shit my pants. Like, I was already, like, wincing and stuff and really uncomfortable.
They have a bathroom.
They didn't.
Because the employees have to use the bathroom.
They didn't have a bathroom. Not in this Aldi's.
Well, they had to for the employees, but they didn't let customers in there.
Yeah.
That is so... They're like, you're just going to stand...
It was restricted.
...in the aisle and shit.
He in Aldi's, you also have to pack your own stuff, so you kind of go to an area to, like, pack your stuff. So while I was doing that, I shit my pants.
What fucking supermarket is this?
It's Aldi's.
I like to pack my own groceries.
But but that's my situation of where I've shit myself. What about you guys?
Wait.
Yeah.
So what happened? You shat yourself and then what?
My dad grounded me.
Dick.
Yeah. Like, you already shit yourself.
Yeah, that's insult to injury.
He took away my Super Nintendo. That's what he did.
One time...
Yeah, I shit myself, and I told him, like, I'm like, Dad, I can't help it. There's no bathroom.
I've never actually shat myself. In 34 years, I've never shat myself.
I came so fucking close.
But I have pissed myself a few times.
Okay.
And one time, it was because... This is when I was a little kid.
Myself.
My grandma raised me, but she went out to lunch with one of her girlfriends, and she took me to a supermarket because they had an arcade. They had like 3 or 4 games. I think it was like a Galaga game or something that I was playing. It was old. Anyways, so they gave me a whole bunch of quarters and I was playing. I got so far in this game and I had to pee so bad, but I didn't want to stop playing because I'd never gotten this far and I was kicking ass and there was no signs of me dying. Like I was on a fucking roll. And I remember just standing there being like, fuck this. And I just pissed myself. And I was wearing shorts too. So it was very clear what happened. And I'm sitting there with like these wet shorts and like people walking by watching this fat Chinese kid playing Galaga. But I recall like later on thinking back on that and it was kind of the first signs of like I knew that I would become like a workaholic. Like I knew that I would have the attention span and I would have the will and the drive.
When I was with my father, I never thought, because I myself, I'm somewhat of a work person. I work every day. I have no problem with it. I love to work. I never thought I would, because with my dad, he always found like grunt work to do around the house. He would always he would buy like a fucking bus and he'd be like, we're gonna fix this up. He would spend like 15 grand on a bus or 1,500 on a bus and he'd be like, we're gonna fix it up and it's like broken and stuff. Yeah. I was like, I'm never gonna be into this stuff. I'm never gonna want to have to work and do shit every day.
But you just find stuff for you to do. So you'd like buy a bus, brand new, and then you take a crowbar to it and be like, fix it.
Yeah, he'd fucking bash out the windows. He'd be like...
And then he'd put a bomb to your neck and be like, you got an hour to fix this. Go.
Niall, talk about shit already.
Come on. Fine. Well, I was working in a supermarket and I was like literally about to get fired. It was the same supermarket that I was talking about earlier.
Shit yourself to just to spite them.
No, but literally like on the
You're fired.
Literally on the way in, I was like, all right.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry, that just...
Literally on the way in, I was like, I'm not going to last the day here. And like, I was on the verge of being fired anyway, so I got on my register, and then the hottest girl in the whole shop, like, goes, do you want me to bag for you? She's like, do you want me to bag for you? I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I was like, yeah, go for it. And then I was like, I feel sick. And she was like, you should tell somebody. And I was like,
I'm telling you, bitch.
I was like, I feel really sick. And then I told like the Indian manager when he walked by, and I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. I feel really sick. And then the hottest girl was like, And then I was like, ran to the bathroom, and I can't shit in public toilets.
I've heard this.
Yeah.
No, that you can't shit in public toilets.
Dude, before you go into the story, I'm the same way. When I go into a public bathroom, and I know it's like you go into a guy's bathroom, it's just like you try to restrain your like you don't want to fart too loud, and you feel self-conscious.
I find it helps though when you hear like other guys come.
Oh, absolutely! As soon as they break the seal, it's like, hey guys, let's do it. It's a party.
It's like
you sit down.
Guys here.
Okay, this is what always happens, right? You walk in, there's a guy pissing, you're like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Then another big fat idiot walks in, he's like, oh,
exactly.
And then
I really do feel it. I need a guy to break the wind before I can break the wind.
Then
in a
he
public
masks
bathroom.
the sound of yours. So
the trick though is just to flush. Flush and go with the flush.
Actually, the best thing to do to really do it.
Scream.
No, yeah.
I've never done it, so I'm actually
the best thing to do. This is a what do you call it? A life hack. When you go to a public bathroom and you really need to shit, restrain yourself until the person goes up to wash his hands and turns on the water, and then fucking blast your ass all over the toilet because the fucking you go. But sometimes they don't wipe, and you just wait for that door to go. Then you just shit.
I have a terrible habit of when people make loud noises, like if they have like really painful sounding farts, like just like really sharp, like needles are shooting out of their butt. I always make a sound.
Farts.
No, it's not wet. It's like, I mean, it sounds like they're shooting like granite out of their it's like sandpaper on glass or some shit.
I never understood that. So it sits down and goes.
Yeah, and anytime that happens, I always just out of a reaction will make a reactionary sound. I'll always be like, ooh. And they must be like so like self-conscious. I'm like, ow, or something. I always do make a sound. So anyways, Niall, you've got to shit. You've told the girl, hey, I gotta go, my stomach's grumbling.
Yeah,
the Indian dude's like, go take a shit. And then you're walking up to the
waddling up.
Right, to the public toilet and
and I ran into the thing and went, "Ah!" But I still actually, but I saw
like a roller coaster. That's the first thing I thought.
Yeah, but the thing is, I still had anxiety. I still couldn't do it. I was like, no!
So your hands are up in the air, your legs are spread.
I was ready. I was ready.
Your ass is like this.
The shits were on the front lines, ready to be fucking, just to be.
But your butthole was clenched,
and it just wouldn't come out.
It was confused. It was like doing.
However,
if somebody punched you in the stomach.
But the weirdest thing is, I would have easily been able to shit my pants when I was standing there, but I wasn't able to shit in the toilet.
Yeah.
And then the girl walks in and you fucking let it go because that's what you needed.
That's probably what happened. So I was like, I need to go. I don't care, and I like just vacated the premises, and I called my friend to pick me up. I was like, please pick me up, and then and then waiting for like her to pick me up was the like longest 15 minutes of my entire life because I was like, I was like standing around, and I was trying to walk, so I was trying to walk just to like not like if I stood still, I know like something in my body would be like want to move. I was trying to trick my body into thinking it's moving, so I was like, all right, here we go. And then when I was waiting, and then like I walked into her house, and I was like, I'm having a shower because I didn't want to tell her I was like shitting.
Right.
I turned on the shower and was like, hallelujah.
Wait, you can shit in somebody else's shower.
I lived in that house.
But you can shit in the shower, but you can't shit.
No, it's so weird. No, it wasn't in the shower. I turned on the shower to match.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing. It's now a habit of mine. Anytime I go into a bathroom, yes, I turn on the water. Just in case
Chris,
I have
when you lock the door upstairs, and the tap is running for like 20 minutes, I'm like, yep, I know.
The only time I ever turn, and I'll turn on a shower, the only time I do that is if I'm going to puke. Because I don't want, especially at a party, I have in people's homes turned on their showers, locked the door so I can puke in their toilet, and I will actually clean the bathroom. Like, it'll be cleaner when I leave, you know what I mean, than when it was when I went in. And that's how you know I puked, because, you know, I've like sprayed all the
Can you please puke in our bathroom?
Scent. What's that?
You please pick
I told Lexi that trick, like to mask yourself if you're going at it. It's like just turn the water on, and if it's not loud enough, just fucking blast it and turn on the other faucet to make it even
just
louder.
turn all the water.
Turn it all on, just blast it.
It's the weirdest part. It's like weird psychology thing for nervous pooers like myself.
Nervous pooers? Are you coining that?
The day I moved into like
it's NPS. It's
like
nervous poo syndrome.
Just say I went over to visit.
Nervous
not ninja party sex, but
it's like I like in April I came over to America with Chris to visit like Zach and Stamper and all those guys. Like I wasn't able to shit that whole thing, and I was here for 10 days, and I was like, oh my god, I was like really sick. And then I moved back and I lived with Stamper, but the second that was like my house, I was able to do it. It's weird. It's like a GTA save file. It's like the second it's your house.
I am so much more comfortable in my own home because most of the time I have a setup. Like in order for me to have a comfortable shit, I need a cold floor. I need to take my socks off. I often will take off my shirt as well. Sometimes I blow on my belly to get a cold breeze on it.
I've actually started taking my shirt off too when I go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
it really helps.
It does.
What? Really?
I hate a warm bathroom, and when I have to shit.
I love it.
I can't stand a warm toilet seat either.
What?
I hate warm
That's
toilet
really into
seats.
shitting. You know what you're doing.
I do. I have a lot of experience.
You're a veteran of shitting, right?
Because especially when I lived in countries like Malaysia or Taiwan during the summers, it's so hot. It's like 100 degrees, and I'm profusely sweating, and I'm trying to poo.
That's not nice.
And this toilet seat's all slippery with my ass sweat, and I'm like blowing on my sweaty belly just to get like.
Wait, is
just
this like
a
a ritual?
But I'm talking about like lukewarm. That's nice. When you sit on a toilet and it's like someone already just sat on it, but it's not too warm.
You like it when it's pre-warmed by somebody else's ass?
I enjoy my shits. I will bring in a Game Boy. I'll bring in a comic or a novel.
I love
read
taking
for
shit
20
too.
minutes.
I just don't want to imagine that I've got the same, ass imprint as somebody else.
Like I can't do it. Zach, he walks into a bathroom and he
shotguns.
sits down. He shotguns, goes, and he's done.
What?
Yeah.
Zach goes, oh, I need a shit.
He shits faster than
he's
he
right
pisses.
back.
It's
Then
weird.
he's right back downstairs.
But fucking,
Me too. I don't take that long to shit.
I like sitting down
It's
and
a
I like
quick little
fucking
bit.
just letting my sphincter go loose.
Yeah.
And then you just wait for it all to fall out over 20 minutes.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like,
take your
and you're like,
time.
there is nothing
Take your
left in
time.
there. You guys ever been halfway through a shit and then you sneeze and it cuts your turd in half?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's just like some like.
That's the worst though.
That's a good
the
time.
worst.
No, then you got 2 turds for the price of 1.
Yeah, no, sometimes if I know I'm going to have, if I feel like, oh my god, this turd is going to rip my ass, you can tell sometimes that it's going to happen, I will purposefully be like, okay, no, this is not happening tonight. My ass is staying whole. What I'll do is I'll pinch it off. Because it actually helps. Because if a really huge turd, I'm talking like, those salami turds come out, and it's halfway out, there's, you're done.
You know what happened to me once?
No, but you're going to tell me.
It only happened to me once.
What happened?
I got constipated for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
For the week and a half, you're
And then
like...
you coughed up a turd.
No, you're like... do you know how I eventually got it out?
How?
I got in the shower and I pretty much put shampoo up my ass to lubricate.
Oh my god!
I washed it up into my ass.
That's a good idea.
And I got back out instantly. Went over to sat in the toilet really fast. I was like, and it's like I pushed for like 30 minutes, and then eventually it was like, bloop, and it was just like a little Malteser, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Right? And I was like, it's bullshit. But then later on, I went into the kitchen, and I was like, oh. But then I was like, oh god. I ran into the bathroom. It was just like. And it was just like
a week and a half's worth.
Literally, it was like a fucking cow turd.
Chris,
it was like coming out of the toilet.
Chris,
it was like an iceberg.
It was a fucking it was huge.
Was it one of those that curl up?
It was slurry like. It was.
Chris,
just like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
fucked
Where
up.
like
You put a little flag in the top of it, like.
No, it was like pure slurry. It was like a fucking tank of it. What?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Where you have like that shit that's stuck, and you're like, I gotta dilate my asshole or something, so you fucking go and finger yourself to...
What?
That's what you do!
What?
You have to open your ass!
What?
Dude, I don't feel like I'm the only one who did that.
I really want to know. I want to poll.
By the way...
anyone who comments, whatever your comment is... Hold on, whatever your comment is in this podcast, at the very end, just say yes or no. That's it. Just write your comment, write yes or no. And if you're saying yes, that means you finger your asshole so shit can come out.
Yeah. Yes!
And if you write no,
that's
then you
bullshit.
are a civilized,
that
normal
is
human being.
Fucking bullshit.
By the way,
that is
can I
fucking
just let
bullshit
it be known,
that you don't do
are
that.
an animal.
I
You're a
tried
fucking liar.
everything. I went to the doctor. I bought that fucking shit your pants liquid.
Miralax.
Nothing
I
worked.
am telling you right now, if you don't have any fucking Pepto and you have indigestion, the best thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to finger your fucking ass until it's loose enough.
Oh my god.
And then you can
You're
shit it
dead
out.
serious.
Yes!
Corey.
Corey, you were dead serious.
I've done it.
Corey, have you ever?
I have not.
I'm calling the police.
I have nothing.
No,
wrong.
fuck that. I'm gonna beat
I have
you up.
nothing wrong. Okay, I
Meet me
wasn't
in the parking lot.
I wasn't fingering myself and coming. Like it wasn't a fuck. I wasn't prostate massaging.
No, you're fingering
I
yourself
was-
and shitting.
Yeah, I was fingering it so I could shit.
Yeah,
you
man.
have to break the fucking wall barrier to let this shit out.
Oh my god.
It's an old Chinese remedy. I thought you fucking knew.
All Chinese technique.
Finger asshole, poop first.
Nick, have you ever been constipated to that degree?
I've been constipated, but I got to admit, I've never ever felt the impulse to shove an object up my anus.
Well, listen, there's another thing you can do. Is when you're shitting, you fucking like jiggle your ass and spank your butt a little bit. I'm not joking.
I learned a lot.
And you ovulate. You ovulate.
I
your
want
ass.
a poster of Corey's shit techniques.
No, man.
Finger in ass, ass cheek jiggle.
This is true. Right?
No, you shake your
Reach
ass.
your hand in, grab the turd, and pull it out.
If you're constipated like that, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to rock back and forward really, really hard.
Yes, you ovulate your cheeks. You shake them. You get your loose butt grooving.
Before the post-traumatic stress syndrome, rocking back and forth shit technique.
Before that fucking constipation epidemic, I used to go like 3 days without shitting. I'd be like, whatever. But now I shit like once or twice a day.
Yeah.
And now I haven't been constipated.
That's good.
You should be
shitting fairly regularly.
Have you guys ever like shit in a shower?
No.
I thought Niall did, but I discovered he did not.
I did not.
Please don't, Corey.
No.
Don't say it.
Have you ever like
Have you?
No. I mean, like,
have you?
Listen, have you ever had a situation where your ass was like, it was really sweaty that day, so you got a lot of little like fibers from your and you have your ass has like all these like weird
like belly button lint, but
exactly ass lint. So you have to clean your ass.
Just like
I've done that.
Just like
that's what I was gonna say. I'm not saying shit. I'm like, have you ever like cleaned your ass and then like you have all these like weird fibers?
I thought you were gonna say, have you literally spread eagle in a shower and just blasted a turd against the shower wall?
Corey.
Spread eagle like a fucking gymnastics.
And just like bullets, like throwing fucking meatballs at the wall.
That's never happened to me, but when I was a kid, you know when you're a kid you can have bats.
You've totally spread eagle and shit all over the shower.
You have bats when you're with your like sisters and your cousins and your brother. You have bats with your like little family. Yeah, I was in there with my cousin once, and like I was just like playing with my rubber.
For some reason, I'm picturing like these kids playing in a bath, and someone comes in, fucking spread eagles shit.
I was imagining the other way around. I was imagining they're in the shower and they were like on their back with their legs up in the air, and there's fucking like shitting up in the air.
It's weird. Like I was playing with my like little toy boat, and I was like, wee yeah. And like all of a sudden, right where like the boat was, right parallel to the boat, like just a big turd just like floats up to the top, and it was like, and like half of it was over the water and half of it was under the water, so there was that like a little ring thing. I was like, ah!
Is that you?
I ran out. It was like my fucking cousin.
I was about to say, Corey like unearthed a memory in my head there a minute ago.
What'd I do?
You were talking about that, and I was just like, wait a second. When I was younger, I took a shit in the bathtub.
When you were younger, though?
Yeah, when I was like 4.
Yeah, that's. I feel like kids have done that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like a Corey thing, like, oh, I guess shoving my fucking thumb and my fist up my ass isn't working.
No, you just use a finger.
Rocking back and forth.
You dilate your ass.
Like I'm a fucking crazy person isn't
what
working.
You were saying there, that
jiggling my butt cheeks isn't working.
What you do is you pull out that big old horse stick and you fuck it. That's how you loose your ass.
Wait,
Chris was saying something.
Wait, I'm just trying to remember. You know what you were just talking about having bats with your cousins and shit?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell the story about me and my sister in the bath?
No.
Do you guys remember that?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Like this last time you were in Ireland.
Yeah, that was it.
Over Christmas.
What happened? Me and my 26-year-old sister.
We're shitting in the bath.
Yeah, we were
together,
shitting in the bathtub. No, wait. So I didn't tell the story where when I was like 4, my sister was... Wait, I must have been 3 actually. My sister was 4. In the bathtub, we're both taking baths because that's what like brothers and sisters do, and your parents are like, ha ha ha. But I was just like,
just wait till you're older.
I just remember sitting there and I just started pissing, and all I remember is my sister looking down and seeing the yellow coming at her, and she was just like, and she was like, Mom! And my mom like just grabbed her right on time before the piss like got to her.
I thought she was gonna be so scared. She was like, just like splashing it, it was like spraying everywhere back at you.
No, I swear it was like Indiana Jones. It's like right before the thing. It's like took her out right before the pee hit her. We sure do talk about turds and piss and stuff.
Yeah, we had a good like 45
It's a relatable conversation. Everybody poops.
Everybody pees.
Like that book.
Yeah, just like that book.
Everybody comes.
Where's that book? Everybody comes. Here's a horse. Here's a cow.
Everybody comes.
When you were learning about anatomy growing up, and you were like typing in like you were typing in vagina and penis, You get these images of like dicks being cut apart and just like you have like boils on their penis. And
Actually,
stuff.
the worst thing to do is to Google something like vagina or penis, because oftentimes you'll get a whole bunch of things like burn victim penises or like dissected penises.
Like
and then you'll see like a porn shot too. Then you'll see like Lex Steele or Peter North.
And then
you get all confused.
You'll see like someone who cut open a dick, so it's like still bleeding and shit.
Yeah, so you're getting a mix of like porn, sexy images, clinical diagrams, and like horrific, dissected, tragic accidents.
I was doing a project on cows.
Yeah.
And I needed to know the anatomy of a cow.
Right.
So I was looking up cow anatomy, and I was looking at I was learning certain words, like there's certain parts because they're not the same as us.
Right.
I mean they are, but they're not. And I was getting these just like horrific fucking images of cows like fucking like like horseflies and shit eating apart their like pussies and stuff.
You know what? Even if you Google image something like smiles, you'll get like these people who had like car accidents and their faces split open and shit.
Yeah, it's
or like Glasgow Smiles.
You'll get some weird creepy somebody got cut along the sides of their mouth.
If you look up like. If you look up like burn victim, you'll get like happy families like eating fucking like turkey sandwiches, just like nice images. But if you actually look up like happy family, you get like fucking mutilated families.
Yeah, that's right.
Like all in like
it's like they were a happy family until
I never understood that. It's like I thought Google was supposed to be like family oriented. How come you're giving me all these like clinically things?
That's because
like,
you turned off
safe search.
You turned on the show me disgusting shit button.
This is safe filter.
Did you notice Google got rid of porn now?
Yeah.
What? But they never said it. They just did. You just noticed.
No.
They didn't.
No, they did. They did.
Like
it must have happened last night because
the addresses are still up. Like you can still go to like websites, but the images.
Google Images. You can't see porn anymore.
It's
like even if you turn off safe search, it's just like if you look up like you might get like a boob shot or something. If you look up like sexy tits or something, you'll just get like girls in bikinis.
What?
Very G stuff.
I'm pretty sure.
You have to go to Bing.
What you'll get is what you were talking about. You'll just get girls with like fucking like their titties are getting cut open to be filled with like what do you call that stuff?
Milk.
No, girls don't get their titties cut open to be filled with milk.
Wait,
what do they get filled? What do you mean silicone?
Yes.
Oh, okay. How does the milk get in there?
It's bored inside them.
Take this milk.
You gotta get a curly straw. Drink some milk and blow it into the curly straw while it's in your nipple.
Is it true? Is it really true that guys can lactate?
Yeah.
So milk is coming out of a guy's titty.
Yeah.
I lactate.
No, you don't.
I do. Do you want me to show you?
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever tasted it?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're gonna drink your own titty juice, but you're not gonna eat your own cum?
Yeah.
I see, this is where I think, and listen, we're not going back to that, but I do think that bodily fluids are bodily fluids, and there's nothing...
That's exactly what I think.
Feces is a bodily
Your bodily fluid.
Right, no, but
it doesn't matter.
That was my initial thing. It was like, if you eat your own snot, or if you swallow your own snot, or if you eat crud out of your fingernails, or your...
If you eat your snot, you're gay.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, we don't need to go there, but yeah.
That happened to... Oh, can I tell a story?
Yeah.
You reminded me. I used to sit... Okay, in school, in math class, I used to sit next to this gross freak. Oh, no, I can't say that. Don't listen to it. Okay, sorry.
Why can't you say that?
Foul, gross-smelling fucking heathen.
It was a mirror.
just in case he listens to it, I need to be nicer, okay?
Okay,
so I used to sit in a math class next to this tall, lanky, weird fellow.
With Down syndrome.
That's so much nicer.
And one day he just fucking sneezes, and he just turns to me, and he holds his hand up to me, and it's like a spider web of snot.
Oh!
He was just showing me. Why? Like,
look what I did!
Yeah, like, what? If I did that, I wouldn't just show it I'd be fucking embarrassed. I'd fucking wipe it under the desk or something.
Dude, that happened to me not too long ago. I was like... I sneezed. I thought it was a normal sneeze, and then I had this like huge gunky spiderweb thing in my hand. I'm like, ugh! I didn't know what to do with it.
There's an alien baby in your hand.
It was gross. It's like my whole fucking hand. Like I said, like I stuck it in Kid Gack, and I was like, Kid Gack.
What is it about when we were kids? I remember when I would have these like stuffy noses, where like I was blowing bubbles with snot, and it was like crust like all along my upper lip. And when you got scabs, they were like little mountains. Like they were like these big, huge, chunky chocolate chip cookies. toys on your knees and shit. Like, we would have, like, I don't know, I just felt like everything was crustier and bigger and goopier and grosser.
Because when you're small, the scabs, like,
they look
the
bigger.
density always stays the same size, so when you grow up, it just seems smaller.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, girl.
Thanks, Dr. Science.
When I was sitting in school, I sat beside this girl, and she was really annoying. I think she had a crush on me, and she kept going "Nayola" after everything I say, and it was really weird.
Dude, you were making fun of somebody.
And she always.
Oh, I get it. You were in special ed, yeah?
Yeah. No.
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
And she always like farted. It was like.
Exactly.
I had to deal with that for like a fucking year. That chick.
I like you.
No, but then she hated me because one day she was sitting ahead of me because I just didn't want to sit there anymore.
Was she hot?
No, she was nasty.
No, I wish she was the hottest girl in school.
No, she
was farting and talking.
If you had this girl who spoke broken pig Latin or wherever the fuck you speak, and she also had like a farty butt syndrome, would you hit it or quit it?
Is she super hot?
That's what happened, and I quit it.
She speaks pig Latin.
You hit it?
But she said no. I spit it. But she sat right.
I said hit it.
So what happened was I didn't want to sit there anymore, so I sat behind her. And you know those
Why
like
would you sit behind her if she's farting?
It was the only seat available, and it was better than sitting beside her.
That's why I look at her butt crack sticking up out of her little jeans.
That's what I was about to say. You know those chairs where like there's like squares near the bottom where there's like empty, like for some reason there's like a hole in the bottom. Maybe that's just in Ireland. There's chairs
a hole in the bottom of your chair.
They're like plastic chairs. Plastic chairs.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then there's like a hole, like a letterbox or something at the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
And her ass crack, she was kind of heavy, so like her ass crack was like seeping through like the Play-Doh machines, and I could not stop laughing. And
every time she farted,
did you try to
kind of
throw
ripple a little bit?
That's the thing. I was like, and that made me laugh even more.
Did you try to throw stuff inside of it?
No, but oh god,
like your dick. Whoa!
No, but
Niles
then
is sitting behind her with his little kid dick in his hand, trying to throw it in.
I just could not stop laughing. And then,
like a penny in a bucket. Sorry. Go on.
And then I think someone told her I was laughing at her or she heard me laughing at her, and she hated me. And I think she just thought I was laughing at her, but she didn't know I was just laughing at her like butt crack hanging out.